You're seeing repeated numbers, right? Feeling like you're going crazy. You're not. The universe is trying to contact you. You're having a spiritual awakening. You are being taught that you are completely connected. And the sooner you integrate and realize this and embrace it, the easier it's going to be. Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm here to confirm that you're not crazy. Are you going through a spiritual awakening? So many of my clients come to me with the most amazing stories I've ever heard, but it's such a private experience. You can't just tell anyone because people will think you're crazy, but you're not. Remember that. If you're having doubts about your reality or how you relate to it, I'm here today to walk you through the stages and the journey of a spiritual awakening. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll have a little more faith that you're not going crazy. So, first of all, what is a spiritual awakening? Well, it's a time in your life when you realize there's more to reality than meets the eye. That we're all connected, or there's a greater story going on than you thought in your small realm of your life that you've lived in until now. And not everybody goes through a spiritual awakening. So if you're going through one, you are one of the lucky ones. But it can be really weird in the beginning, and then it can actually turn kind of scary down the road. But rest assured, it's all part of the path, because reaching a higher state of consciousness and coming into kind of oneness with the universe is not an easy path. If it was, everybody would do it. So if you're just starting out on your spiritual path, realizing that there's more to reality than you thought, then count yourself lucky. And to be honest, luck has nothing to do with it. The universe chose you, or more accurately, you leveled up on your soul journey to a point when you were ready to have the truth revealed to you. A spiritual awakening can be triggered by so many things. You might have a Kundalini awakening during a yoga class. You might awaken because you met your twin flame. You might just be meditating for hours and suddenly have a revelation. You could even just be walking down the street and you realize all the trees are talking to you. But a really good way to describe a spiritual awakening, for me at least, is that metaphor of Dorothy landing in the land of Oz and opening her door for the first time into a world of color. It's like you were asleep until now. That's why it's called an awakening. You were unaware of reality and truth of your existence until this moment. So it's a very special and incredible time. Anyone who's had a spiritual awakening will never forget it. And you can't really go back to the way things were before. You're also like Alice in Wonderland, entering the magical realm for the first time. You can't really go back. If you do, you will never really feel like you fit in the mundane world. And that's okay, because the spiritual awakening is supposed to help you realize you play a part in the evolution of humanity, and there's some purpose you have here. You can't just keep living your life the way you were. That's what starts to get scary for some people, because they realize they have to completely change their lives. But if you're watching this video because you feel like you're going crazy, I would bet that you're not at that stage yet. You're still trying to figure out all the signs the universe is sending you, trying to understand what is going on. So let's talk about the signs. When the universe starts to send you signs, it can feel like you're going crazy, because suddenly there's coincidences everywhere. You see the same number over and over on receipts, license plates, road signs, people's t-shirts, everywhere, addresses. And you might hear the same name everywhere you go, or keep meeting people with the name Chris or Dan and Danielle, Christine, Christy. Um, and that might start to get kind of weird. Or you might keep seeing another kind of sign, something reminding you of an object or place or a memory that you're supposed to pay attention to. The universe is organizing reality for you so that you must pay attention. There's no way you can question whether something weird is going on. If it only happened once, you could look away. If it happened 10 times, you might start to wonder. But by the time it's happening throughout the day, you just can't ignore it anymore. And the universe knows that. But it's really you creating these signs and synchronicities, because as you elevate your consciousness, your reality starts to converge. What do I mean by that? You're aligning. If you're aligning on the inside, your reality starts aligning. It starts to become beautifully perfect. And so, of course, beautiful, perfect numbers will repeat, and the same kinds of people and things will keep coming into your life. But there is also this aspect of working with the universe, co-creating, going towards a goal with the assistance of the rest of reality. You're one part, and you are part of a greater whole, which is part of what you realize in a spiritual awakening. And you learn to utilize this connection you have with existence, the rest of creation, the universe, to try to get to some destination. You may start to realize you have a purpose, and then the universe will help you achieve that purpose. You may start to realize you have to do something. There's just some nagging feeling. And if you start to embody that and take steps towards it, the universe will roll out the red carpet for you to get there. One of the biggest things you can realize is that you are not alone. And everything you do has meaning, which can also be scary, because every thought you have and every action you take, every choice you make has deep meaning. It's like that song by Sting, The Police. Every step you take. Everything is significant. Everything's being recorded. And everything you do has a natural consequence. When you have a spiritual awakening, you realize this, that nothing is random. That can be scary in the beginning, but you have to start to integrate these things. You have to get used to it. It's your new reality. And you have to stop thinking that you're going crazy. Stop doubting. This is really happening. This is really part of the movie of your life. This is the greatest moment that you've been waiting for. And all your spirit guides and all the other consciousnesses in the universe are so excited to see you go through this process, and they're there to hold your hand and take you every step of the way in the beginning, because they want you to realize that you have a reason that you're here, and there's something you have to do while you're alive on earth. There's a spiritual quote from the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus that says, the purpose of a soul incarnating on earth is to realize that they are a soul incarnating on earth. And that's what a spiritual awakening is. It's the greatest thing you can do while you're here. So how do you handle a spiritual awakening? How do you make it easy for yourself? Well, you have to accept and trust. The sooner you trust that what's happening is real, trust your intuition, trust the signs and follow them, the easier the path will be. If you see signs pointing you to something that you need to do, or somewhere you need to go, someone you need to talk to, you should follow that path to its natural destination. It's part of something you need to learn while you're here on this planet. And the more you get into that flow where you turn off that monkey mind, that ego mind that is constantly questioning everything, the logic that you have to apply to everything in your life, stop. Just stop overthinking and just flow. Just do it. The sooner you are able to do this, the easier it's going to be. The more you rail against what's happening and you use your intellect to try to deconstruct it and get all the answers logically, the harder the path will be. I have seen people come close to nervous breakdowns because they just can't accept it. And it's making them literally go crazy, but they're not crazy, and neither are you. It's just that your nerves will be shot if you are constantly questioning something that is staring you in the face. You must flow. You must let things fall apart. You must let things happen the way they're supposed to happen. The universe is trying to clear out all of the old habits and attachments that you've had to create space for something better, something new. You can't keep living your old life. Something has to change, and you know it. So make it easy on yourself. Choose the path of least resistance. The last thing I'll say before I go is that you're realizing the true nature of reality. This is such a gift. You're seeing that there is oneness in the universe. You are one with everything. You're an individual, but you're also one with everything, which is a paradox. That is a topic for another video. There are paradoxes everywhere. But back on topic here, you can learn to flow, like I was talking about before, flowing with the energy of reality and manifest your life. You can work with the universe to have everything that you desire. So this is part of a great awakening to your true mental power. And if you can harness this power of your mind, because your mind is made of energy, it is energy, and everything is energy. So if you can learn to focus that power, you can create your dreams. You can make your dreams come true. I felt like I downplayed that a little bit. You can make your dreams come true. Trust me. And you do have guardian angels. You do have the universe cheering you on. You are never alone. So if you take away anything from this video, remember that you are never alone. You don't need to lose hope. And be aware of your thoughts and feelings because they do create your reality. Have courage. So I'll leave you with that thought. If you would like to be one of my clients and talk to me about your spiritual awakening, I love hearing these stories. I do offer a kind of spiritual counseling, a safe space to talk about all the things you think sound crazy to your therapist or friends. And I also teach meditation, which can really help with integrating a spiritual awakening, and several other services, offerings, and events that you can find on my website, wellnessoneness.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, wellness_oneness. I think that's the same handle as every other platform I'm on. So check me out on TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. I will see you around. Thank you for watching.